Good afternoon. Well, Sean Connery has passed. I'm not happy, not at all. From Darby and the Little People to Dragonheart to you name it. I was a big fan of Mr. Connery. So it's a dark day in the neighborhood. I did want to talk to you a little bit about, I did get some yarn. Pamela's Adoring Crochet has put out two patterns. They're basically a set. The Jenny Lynn cowl and the Jenny Lynn hat. And I had decided, yeah, I'm going to make it. Well, I got the backgammon puzzle for it. I'm starting it this evening, but they only had one at the time. So I picked up Serenity, and they are two different weights of yarn because that's all my Walmart had. So they don't really go together. So thought, well, I'll use the Serenity Chunky for a couple other hats and some other things that I can do. And I figured, well, we're getting groceries today. You can go to Walmart, and that's where we go to get groceries when we're in State College. And just because this Walmart has things that our Walmart does not carry. And then, of course, many times I like to go to Joann's. Didn't go to Joann's today. But I thought, well, I'll just pick up another backgammon because I know I crochet loosely. So I figured I may need more than just the one skein for the cowl. But I would probably need it definitely for the hat. And then I can make a set of mittens to go with it. Or, fingerless gloves. Let me tell you, my Walmart has maybe three colors in the puzzle. One is this one is a darker blue one, and one that's, I can't remember the colors in it, but it wasn't something that I really liked. Well, we go to the one in State College, and they have every color but that one. So without having that with me, I saw this, and this is in the colorway Checkers. I thought, well, maybe that'll go with, what I have to make the hat. Not really. But I had this beautiful pink and this really light blue that had sky blue in it, like what Pamela's pattern was in. But, I thought, well, so I'm going to have to wait till my Walmart gets some in to finish it. But that's okay. It's all right. But then while I was there, they had some more of the mandala in that purple color. Man, that is not even showing true to color. That's coming up really blue. It's a real pretty orchidy blue, orchid purple color. Which is funny because those two colors come up fine. But this one, no. Anyway, they had two of these, and I was looking for more for a project that I have in mind for the mandala ombre in that color chai or chi. Chi is the color. So I picked up two of those, and I needed to get some fabric cut there at my Walmart. And this was yesterday. This wasn't today. It was yesterday. Couldn't find anybody. They have that stupid doorbell thing on the pillar. So I'm ringing the doorbell and there's nothing. Some guy walks by with his cart, Walmart worker, and I said, could you ask someone to come over to cut the table? I've been standing there for 15 minutes already. There's another lady, walking around trying to find somebody. And my usual method is to pull out my cell phone and call the front desk. And I did that, and they did not pick up the telephone at all. But finally she found somebody, and she and another fella came over. She is in training, and the fellow came over and was teaching her, how to do everything. And I said, is there something wrong with the phones today? Or is there nobody working, at the return desk and service desk? And he goes, no, there should be somebody there. I said, well, they're not picking up. And that's really unusual. Even while they're waiting on customers in between returns, usually someone will answer the phone. And he said, well, there's probably only one up there at the desk, and they've probably got a line. Oh, okay. So we're sitting there, and over there, walkie-talkie, they're like, is there somebody in hardware? This is another worker. I don't know. Well, I need somebody in hardware because I can't leave the tire desk. And I'm not kidding you. No lie. Just a few seconds later, is there somebody over in electronics? And the guy answers him back, and I said, is there anybody working in Walmart beside you two today? He just giggled. But it was the funniest thing because it's like, where is everybody? They're all hiding. And this Walmart, workers have a bad habit of going off and hiding, taking breaks when they're not supposed to be taking breaks, and going into the bathroom, playing games on their phones, whole 9 yards. So it's just rather funny for the moment. What can I say? But I just thought I'd come on, show you those things, chat a little bit. I also want to remind everybody, if you have not done an absentee vote or mail-in vote, then please make sure that Tuesday you go and vote in person. This is one of the very few rights that we have. And, I'm always struck by how Democrats and a lot of people will tell you, women didn't have the right to vote until women's suffrage. Well, that's not exactly true. Because if you owned property and you were a female, you could vote. So, they always leave out a little bit of history. But yes, it gave every one of us the right to vote, male and female, as well as blacks to vote. That's very important. I've been seeing a lot of reports about how Native Americans can't vote, and that's BS. Yes, they can. Just annoys me. And I think it's rather interesting because we were talking with a friend last night, and he lives in England, and he was telling us, somewhere around 12 to 15 years ago, if you were a renter in England, you didn't have the right to vote. You had to own property. And I was like, what? You mean just in the last 12 to 15 years? He said, yeah, in a lot of places. I'm like, wow. We always take our right to vote for granted. So it's a very important right, so vote. I know there are a lot of issues with people thinking, people who have been incarcerated shouldn't have the right to vote. I'm kind of on the fence about that. Um, I mean, they've paid their debt, you know, to society through their prison term. Yet, I think it probably is one of those things that maybe it should be so many years after they've been released, and then they are able to regain that right to vote. I don't think it should be an automatic thing, but you know, that's up to each state, so that kind of thing. But it's very important for us to vote. You know, don't throw away that right by not voting. So I'm gonna walk my happy rear end over there Tuesday to vote, no matter how long the line is. I mean, my precinct usually I can walk in and walk right out. My biggest thing is with where I'm voting, they did away with the electronic voting, even though we had no tampering of our systems. Our Governor Wolf took us back to the 70s, paper and pen, circle in the bubble. So, you know, I started voting that way, so voting again that way, pen and paper. I just hope that they have a few more tables than 2 tables, because they put 1 person on each end of the table, and the way they do it is the person that's at the end of one table, when they get up, they put someone on the other end, and then the gal starts cleaning the table. Well, the tables they're using are very flimsy, so the girl cleaning the table at the end, she's jostling that table the entire time, so you can't really mark your ballot until she's finished. So I hope they have a few more tables. Voting. It's important. Do it. Doesn't matter how you vote, do it. You know, that's our fundamental right. Just vote. And the other thing is, be careful while you're out there if you're in large big cities, because there have been some characters that are threatening violence. So be careful. Do your civic duty. Vote. That's all I'm going to say on that. Alright guys, I just thought I'd pop in and tell you about my tale of not being able to find the yarn that I needed now. It's crazy. That's okay. I know they have a shipment coming in this afternoon, so I know there'll be yarn I can get tomorrow on the way home from church. Everybody have a great day. Remember, be kind to one another. Learn to love one another, regardless of our differences.